An escarole and beans, step one. I took the sausage and took it out of the casing. All right, let it brown up a little bit. Break it up little bits after it starts. Okay. Step two, I like to add onion, so I'll add onion. So let me chop that onion. It's all chopped up. I like to put all my onion in there. Here. That up. I like to leave them a little big because they melt away. Then you start getting a little softer. I'll add the garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so I use 4 big thick cloves. I'm going to mince that up. Alright, so after I mince up the garlic, I'm just going to add it to the sausage and onion. But like I said, there's a lot of garlic here. Use half. I like a lot of garlic. Tends that the garlic, it's not that strong, so I'll use it all. Added the garlic. As you can see, everything's cooking down nice. Those brown bits on the bottom, once I put the chicken broth in, it'll get all that flavoring up. I don't add any salt or anything like that. I'll add a little pepper, black pepper, because the sausage is spicy, so most of your flavor is going to come from the sausage. Almost. I mean, you can't tell from the camera, but they're getting a little soft, but nothing's browning because I'm keeping it moving. I don't want the garlic to burn, so a real big piece of sausage, crushing down a little bit. It's an easy meal. It's easy. Anyone could cook it. As you tell, I'm just pausing between each step. Like if I peel garlic, I pause it, I cut it, and I come back to the camera. So it's not like I'm taking an hour here. So far, I'm maybe only doing it about 4 minutes. Okay, I do white beans. Doesn't matter which ones. I like to add 2 cans. I don't put them in till like maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes till everything's done, because then they get all mushy. And then the escarole. Once I fill it up with the chicken broth, I'll add the escarole. Now I cut it off probably right about here. I don't use this part. And then I'll just chop that up and add it to the broth. And I'll probably cook it down for about half hour, 40 minutes. This is leafy, so it won't get mushy, but it'll cook it down. I'll do a simmer, so I'll be back. Let me just open up my chicken broths. I use 3 big things of chicken broth to, I don't know, big pot. The cast iron enamel I use just has good even heat distribution. So there you go. As you see, I cut that off. I won't use that. Some people do. I don't. I use the leaf. What I'll do is I'll just chop like this, and then chop it like that. Not too small, but not too big. And I'm ready for the chicken broth. So I use 3 of them. If I find out that at the end that I need more broth, because when you serve it, I like a little broth. I don't like it too thick, so I'll add a little bit more. It's chicken broth. It's already cooked, so you could add it cold. Just warm it up real quick. So after I fill up with the chicken broth, I got a full blast right now, but fill it up. Bring this to a boil. Okay. So, talking about the escarole, there it is. Here's how I chop it up. Not too crazy. And then just add it to your soup. Got one more to cut up, but this will wilt down a little bit. Not much, but it will. Like right now, you might say, oh, that's enough, but it isn't. Remember, it's escarole and beans. That's the soup. Escarole beans, whatever you want to call it, escarole beans. But I put the sausage in it. Okay, a little onion, a little sausage, garlic. I use a white bean. Any sausage is good. I use Italian sausage, spicy, because it gives it that nice flavor. And I'm going to put one more thing of escarole in there. Then just let it, once it comes to a boil, cover it and simmer it for a half hour. And check it out. Alright, so I have a lot of escarole in there, as you can tell. It's a lot. But it's good like that. Because it wilts down. But again, I have some room left. It's a big pot, so I'm going to add one more of these big chicken broths. It'll give me more broth. And you freeze it. You usually have a big pot, a big bowl of it, but you freeze it. Again, I used a total of 40 32-ounce chicken broths. You can buy low sodium whenever you want. Like I said, I don't add salt to it because the sausage has enough salt to it, and I don't buy the low sodium chicken broth because then you have to add salt. For them, let this simmer down. Let this come to a boil. Then I'll bring it to a simmer. I'll cook this at least a half hour. And then half hour, if it still looks like the leafy needs to be broken down a little bit more, I'll cook another 15 minutes, which will be 45 minutes. And then I'll just shut the flame off and throw the beans in. That's it. And I like the beans just to heat through. I will add a little bit of parsley, like maybe a handful. Don't need it, but I use parsley in all my soups, just something I do. And then you just eat it. Delicious. So I think it maybe took me a total of 9 minutes, 10 minutes total to prepare it. You saw me do everything. Keep on stirring it because on the bottom are all those brown bits, all that goodness on the bottom. That's all the sausage browning. You want to scrape that off. Once this boils up, it'll clean your pot for you, and that's all your flavoring. And again, let it cook down and then use it as a meal. But this is my escarole and beans. Hopefully you can share your recipe out there when you search YouTube, and this is mine. I'm Kuna Man 234, so enjoy.